All right, Shalom, Shalom. First things first, I'm going to give honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Makakadash, Bashim Makakadash for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And we say, Barak Tehah, Barak Tehah Shai, for giving us this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And we give double honor to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders at great millstones. You hope to elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, keep fighting, keep pushing, and keep maintaining these last days. We're going to jump right into it. The topic of reincarnation, man. We're going to start right here. Reincarnation in the Bible, yes, it's there. All right, because you got guys that don't want to. They say, "Oh, we don't teach the same thing." You know, that's the Mr. Quina, Elder Quina, self-proclaimed Elder Quina. You know, but like I said, this is to tell other Jakes in the Israelites that may not be too educated on this topic because offenses must come. You know, that's why you have the defenders of the scriptures to set up, just like you got white blood cells that are set up to fight things that come into the body, man. Certain things are set up for certain reasons, so we have to be that, man. So, like I said, this is just elders and brothers have hit it. This is just going into certain of the scriptures to show that, hey, reincarnation is here, man. You know, it's a well-known fact, and this is why Esau's getting judged, man. Because Esau's not just getting judged for the wickedness that he's done now, he's getting judged for the wickedness he's done for the Roman Empire. All right? Because he's done a lot of atrocities to the Israelites, man. How do we know that? Because he has it in his history. 70 AD, he has to pay for that. All right? You have Masada. You have different things that the Roman Empire has done. And you have the Archetytus. We have Titus, Vespasian, and Domitian, which was that the rulers in that era that helped take down the Jewish state. All right, the Israelite state, the powerhouse, and took down the temple. And you see it right here. These are the Romans. So these Romans are being reincarnated, and they're gonna taste their judgment. Just like now, they're doing the same things they did back then. They're rape, robbing, and murdering. So they're gonna be in their stead when the Lord comes back and he judges the planet Earth and judges them. That's why it says him that pierced me. Who pierced them? The men that pierced them on the earth are not running around 2,000 going on 3,000 years old. No, they're died, come back in the flesh, died, come back in the flesh, and they're here again because now we're coming to the time where Yahweh Shai is close to his appearing. So these Romans, the ones that was by his crucifixion, would be here today. All right, we don't know where they're at, high-ranking officials, but wherever they're at, they're here today. All right, and they're going to reap their judgment. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into these scriptures real quick. This is the book of Daniel, 12 and 2. This is Daniel 12 and verse 2. It says, "And many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth, shall awake." What is that? Sleep in the dust of the earth. That means dead. How are they gonna wake? They're gonna wake because they're gonna be reincarnated, man. All right, because some of them are gonna come. They're gonna go into the spirit world, come back, go into the spirit world, come back in the time where Yahushua is back on the planet Earth, and he reincarnates them or wakes them up out of their so-called slumber. Because some is gonna be already reincarnated and come back in the flesh, but they're gonna come back in the flesh and be woken up in new bodies, man. That's back in the flesh. That's what it means. Back in the flesh. Reincarnate. Back carnate flesh. Carnea flesh. Carnate. Alright? Being reincarnated. Okay? It says, "And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth, some shall shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt." Because they're gonna know what they did in their past life. Why would a new body that just came out of the earth or just so-called been created, why would they have contempt? What did they do? Why would some be happy and some be sad? Because they know what they did in their lives, man. That's why they would have that contempt and that feeling. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 5. It says, "Also when they shall be afraid," it says, "Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and almond trees shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be burdened, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners goeth about the streets. See, that long home is what? The spirit world. You go in your third and fourth generation. So you go in the spirit world, you come back, that's a long home. But it didn't say your final home. Just like we come down here in the earth for a small period of time, then we go to our heavenly body. And it says, or ever the silver cord and loose, and the golden bowls be broken, and the pitchers be at the fountains, or the wheel be broken in cisterns. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall go unto the power who gave it. So that's what you're seeing. That's how it works. All right, the dust goes to the ground, and then the spirit goes to the Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. And judgment is given there, and then you come back on the earth and you serve out your punishment, man. Or you serve out your judgment if it's righteous. All right? It's simple as that, man. But to those that cannot understand this, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. That's why they said they swallow a camel and strain at a gnat. Because once you break it down, it's easy, man. And this is a part of having salvation. This is a part of knowing these certain things that can make the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshai that much clearer. This is Hebrews 9:27. As it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. After the death comes the judgment. How are you going to be judged after death? Because you're going to go into the spirit world, then you're going to come back in the flesh, reincarnate. But Yahweh called it what? Regeneration. This is Job 14:14, and we're going to close out here, man. You know, this is Job 14:14. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of mine appointed time will I wait till my change come. The change of what? Going in the spirit world. Then you come back in the flesh. You come back in the flesh and you live out the punishment or the judgment written or the judgment that's been given in the spirit world, man. That's why when the baby was born blind, that was born blind to glorify the Lord, because he knew that what? Yahweh shall come and heal that baby in that point in time. This is Job 19 and verse 25. It says, for I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter. It says, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though my flesh be worms, it says, and though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh. So how is Job saying he's going to see Yahweh? Because he knew he's going to come back in the flesh again, and he's going to be on the earth, and he's going to be in the time when Yahweh Shem Yahshai delivers his elect, man. And he's going to see the Lord coming in his glory and deliver his elect from the four corners of the planet Earth, man. So that's why you see the thing that's taking place now. Reincarnation is a very important thing to have, man. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I just wanted to hit a couple points on it, man. You know, you got guys that's coming out here with some wayward doctrines, which that's why we got to defend these scriptures, man. You know, it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing, but we will be back in the flesh. That's why Esau's getting paid for the things that he's done, man. All right? And he's not going to escape. He's not going to escape, man. Hold on, I got one. So I get one more. This is Psalms 78 in verse 39. Psalm 78 verse 39. For he remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passeth away and cometh not again. Because once you're in that flesh, you pass away, but you come back again in that new wind. Just like wind. Wind comes again. This is a perfect example. When wind passeth away, wind does leave and go, and you never see it again, but wind comes back again in another wind form. It might not be the same wind, but it's still wind. So it's the same thing with the bodies. When you come back in that body. You might not be in the same body, but it's still the same, coming back in the same spirit, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshai, by Hashem Kodash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashim Karkadash for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And we give all praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, for allowing us to know this truth. And we in that time, man. So, hey, keep faith, keep fighting, keep pushing. We almost home. Shalom.